size, and teams that know how to set up around that getting a huge boost. Teams like JD Gaming, I think, actually play a very similar style to BLG. They are dominant in the bottom lane. They like to have things like LeBlanc that can poke you out before the Dragon fight itself, and that's going to be, I think, the defining factor. All of these squads that we're seeing are focusing on the Drake fights.
Again, that's my one rule and I've broken it. One rule and I've broken it. Never mind, the Fiora is locked in, so there's side lane pressure. There is a hell of a lot of AD here for BLG. If they can get out of turret, they will melt objectives.
Yeah, this BLG roster is very mobile. However, in the top side, Fiora into the Ornn matchup, you don't usually get pushed into that matchup, so you're not going to see a lot of tower dives. I do suspect we do see Forge getting the shove early, but now the gank coming in.
Here we go. They do get a stun off onto Forge. Repels up. Meteor is, though, going to be chased down by Chieftain. They're trying to get him. Flash away, though. The ignite. Tick, tick, boom. First blood to BLG, and Fofo makes his name known in the mid lane.
Yeah, just focus way too hard trying to chase that spider down. Good flash and use of Q to get that.
In the world, they can always kind of reevaluate and come back into it.
Definitely is the case, and looks like they're going to go another team fight here with Maestro coming in.
They're going to try and go for it. Leona jumps in, but the Braum is there as well. Jinmo is going to be able to jump straight on top of Chieftain. 0-2. Chieftain now probably seeing why Meteor was picked above him.
Ooh, that's got to be a tough pill to swallow at that point. I feel like Vici is really forcing it too
here.
hard.
There is a Bramble Vest here onto the Ornn. They are going to try and jump on top of him straight away, but the riposte to finish him off, flashing away, but to no avail. BLG just soaring ahead in these solo lanes.
Through the goalpost, Meteor finding his
in
mark.
some way, shape, or form. But here is Meteor again. He knows there's no flash here for Cube. They're just going to drop down the grand challenge, and again, hits that last vital. Kinging now 2 kills up.
You got to feel bad for that one.
Gain those extra stats much easier.
It's all about that Drake stacking and forcing people to come into the team fights. That's probably Vici's win condition right now. They're not going to dominate the lanes with Jace. They're not going to be really winning out with Aibo and Maestro in the bottom lane.
With said, they've kind of brought the aggressive Aibo. As I say, aggressive, they're going straight in on this, but we talked about the Braum being such a huge counter. Pops up the Unbreakable. There is nothing getting past him, and Aibo's damage is negligible.
And Vici, actually, what I liked about them is that they had their bot lane moving out there so early.
And we can see now with the Moby boots picked up for Fofo, they've got the wave pushed up, and Cube, you've got flash, but where are you going to go, buddy? There's just nowhere for you to be. They've got the explosive cast, but it was beautifully buffered by the riposte. And oh dear, this top lane is not going well for Vici to try and defend this. He's there, and he can blow up pretty much anyone at this stage. Fofo forcing Aibo's heal out of him. And he's able to get out. Again, it's desperation plays coming out here from the side of Vici. It feels like they're just kind of not sure where to go, and they're trying to hard force everything.
It's pretty much what you have to do in this situation, but this is going to give BLG an open opportunity to blackout passive and find kills.
Oh, Forge. Buddy needs to get himself out. Flash in. They will not land the stun. Fofo not able to get that CC lock going.
Hedge our bets even further. Try to see if we can get an engage.
There we go. Stun does land. They pop down the grand challenge, and that's the tankiest member of the team from Vici deleted.
That's pretty unfortunate, and one of the reasons Elise is so highly prioritized because of that AP damage. Yeah, Fofo can get out.
Oh, flash not going to hit, though. They're going to be able to keep him there just underneath the tower. Chieftain makes sure of it with the explosive cast to make sure. But again, a lot invested. And King is just pushing. He's a Fiora with a Ravenous Hydra. He doesn't need to stop.
I just feel so bad for Cube.
There's nobody here from the side of Vici. They're just going to lose an inhibitor pre-20 minutes.
This is so damn smart from BLG. Like I was talking about, Vici have to hedge their bets, most likely at Drake, but BLG just outplayed them by overloading the top side of the map. And when you have a Herald buff that does 2 damage, you're going to win any overload. It's going to really be possible.
Did they get another inhibitor here?
Oh, he blocks the Ornn again.
Yeah, they block the Ornn. He has to flash away. That is Q being pushed back down below a quarter of his HP. They break open another inhibitor turret. Chieftain trying to find his way around, but there's just perfect vision along the whole route for the side of BLG, and they are undeterred, unafraid of Vici Gaming, and they take themselves another inhibitor turret. This is looking textbook.
Yeah, I really didn't like what Q... Xingmo would have to be AFK for that play to work.
In fairness, Jin Zhao was in base effectively, but we've seen engage in the mid lane. iBoy flashes away, but don't think he's going to be going anywhere fast as him and his duo partner Maestro fall to the behemoth that is BLG, and that is going to almost certainly spell Baron. But Forge and Chieftain are here. Do they look for an engage? They've been spotted out straight away, and there's just too much damage, too much gold, too much of a gap. Another kill goes up to BLG, and they will take their prize as the Baron.
Nothing BLG Gaming can really do right now. They're hoping on a miracle snipe coming in from Forge.
Forget about it and try and change something for the next game. You can see Fofo, that's the target they're going for right now. They're going to try and jump straight on top of him. Goes get a nice knockback, trying to kite it as much as he possibly can. But Forge picks up that kill. A little bit of life in Vici, but they're already losing so much.
Yeah, well done. It had to happen at some point. I like that ultimate. What I will say about the macro is this should have happened a lot earlier. I'm not sure why
they're looking to try and maybe split this 1-4. Kingen on the top side, definitely going for something here. Jin Zhao, they're going to come straight onto Jinmo. They're just not able to land anything. Is he even going to be able to get taken down? I don't know. As we're waiting, this very scrappy fight. See, Kingen's just kind of slowly posturing away. They're going to have to use the bullet time. The only second time they're going to use it this game, just to try and keep everybody away from them. Cube just about gets out. No, JK, he gets taken down. And what looks like it's going to be the final fight for Vici. Still trying to push it back. They've got Kingen coming in though, and Kingen is massive with that Triforce, but Forge finds a response, so it's a 2 for 3 overall so far, but iBoy has nowhere to run. Meteor jumps straight onto Forge. Forge goes into the gray screen, and that is going to be all she wrote for this game, as BLG going to be able to for the inhibitors right now, and then once those inhibitors are down, actually I don't even think they're going to get the third one just yet, because they are playing it by the book, but overall they take the fight. Couple of small wins there, a little bit of gold back for Vici, but again, they're losing everything while it's happening, and Baron spawning now in just under 40. Kingen Fiora, but as I say that, they've started up the Baron. This is it. This is the play they have to make. This last chance saloon. They're trying to do it, but if you look at the mini map, you can see a Kingen just pushing in. He can end the game. They're going to be able to try and go for the Baron right here, right now. It's been stolen by BLG, and they will take the fight as well. Everything falling apart. Kingen going to end the game himself as the rest of Vici fall at the Baron pit. They had to make a play, and unfortunately for them, it just didn't pan out. Game 1, BLG.
As perfect as you could possibly make it, but wait a minute, Kingen is playing with his food a little bit.
He's playing his food. He's having a bit of fun right now. He's going to TP and everything, but overall, BLG with a dominating Game 1 over Vici.
I will say the LPL Gons do not look favorable on the roster. This looks like a revamped team that knows where they're headed.
I think as well, you just got to say, as you can see by the steady climb of a mountain that BLG did, Meteor just looked good. Meteor almost doing the most damage on his team, and Fofo as well. That combination of those two, you giving them 2 early mobility champions, they can take over a game. Now I'm
awake to my